It's a big game in the IPL today. In fact, many of you might just point out that from here on every game is big because such is the situation on the points table that one slip up, one loss and you could be out of the race when it comes to the playoffs. But this game is big also because it's got two of the biggest stars of Indian cricket at the moment, a former captain and India's numero uno batsman in Virat Kohli versus the current captain and the most successful captain in IPL history, that is Rohit Sharma and his Mumbai Indians. So Mumbai Indians versus RCB, one of the bigger draws of IPL. It'll be interesting to note what happens when these two teams play, what happened last time around, what will happen in case one of them ends up on the losing side. Does it then rob them of a chance of making it to the playoff? That's all that we're going to discuss in this particular video. Do also send in your comments and let us know other interesting aspects about this game. But a reminder once again, we'll be live with our regular preview at 6:55 as we do every day, but because it's a special game, we thought that we'll just deep dive and look at a few numbers as well. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli. Now, interestingly, they met each other in this edition of the IPL. That game was played right at the start of the tournament, 2nd April if I'm not mistaken. And on that occasion, it was Virat Kohli's Royal Challengers Bangalore. I keep saying Virat Kohli's Royal Challengers Bangalore, even though he's not the captain. Faf du Plessis is. He's been outstanding with the bat. But you know, we all identify Royal Challengers Bangalore with Virat Kohli. So on that occasion, it was the team from Bangalore that came out victorious. So it was Mumbai Indians that batted first. A reminder, this game was played in Bangalore, a high scoring ground, but they could only get 171. At that time, you could very well make out that it was a below par total. They lost 7 wickets, and at that time, if you look at the RCB bowlers, Karan Sharma did pretty well, picking up 2 wickets, but as we've seen throughout this tournament, Siraj 1 wicket, but look at that economy of 5.02. So he was outstanding. This is how the RCB bowling was, but it was their batting that actually stood out that day. Virat Kohli with a not out 82, and he had a fantastic partnership of 148 runs with Faf du Plessis. Faf du Plessis getting 73. So pretty much the game was done and dusted with that opening partnership, and they chased down that total of 172 in just 16.2 overs. So by T20 standards, this wasn't a close game. This was a hammering, completely one-sided encounter. We'll have to see what happens this time. Just looking at the bowling card of Mumbai on that occasion, Berendorf went for plenty of runs, almost 12 and over, and the rest of the bowlers too couldn't really come to the party. Piyush Chawla has been outstanding for them this season. That occasion he was economical at 6.50, but then couldn't pick up any wickets. So this is how that particular game panned out. Runaway victors were Royal Challengers Bangalore, but there's a caveat there, and that is, you got to remember, Mumbai once again started slow and their batting order did not really click. Someone like a Green really hadn't come into form. Someone like a Surya Kumar Yadav really hadn't come into form. It was only Tilak Verma who got 84, and he was a key for them in the initial part of the season, but the rest of the Mumbai batting really hadn't clicked since then. Now things are changed, so you can't completely rely on this particular scorecard. At that time, yes, it was a one-sided encounter, but also because the Mumbai batting had not clicked on that occasion. Now gradually they've come into form. So this time both teams with two very heavy batting orders go into a contest, and so that will make this particular contest very interesting. Now here's a reminder, as I said, each game is a must-win game for any team that will be playing from here on, but it's still not a must-win game for both Mumbai Indians and Royal Challengers Bangalore because they've played 10 games apiece. Two other teams that have played 10 games apiece are Sunrisers, Delhi Capital. Everyone else has played 11 games. That means they only have 3 matches remaining. Now that's the advantage that both Mumbai and RCB have at the moment, is that in case one of them was to lose this game, and which is going to happen unless of course the game is washed out, so one of them will end up with 0 points from this game, it would still give them a chance of qualifying for the top 4, because in 11 games, 10 points, that's the situation that, let's say, Lucknow, I beg your pardon, Rajasthan Royals find themselves in, or Kolkata Knight Riders find themselves in. They have a chance because you can still get to 16, that mark that you are going to be targeting. You may not be guaranteed a playoff spot, but if you get to 16, there's a good chance that you will make the playoff. So even if they were to lose this game, it's not all but over for that team. They could still make the playoffs. But of course, no team would want to be in that situation because 16, as I said, might be iffy. You may have to rely on net run rate depending on the other results. So each team would want, get to 17 or 18 and just assure yourself of a spot. So that journey would have to start now for both Mumbai Indians and Royal Challengers Bangalore. So that's where they stand at the points table right now. But remember, they do seem like in the second half, but they've played a game less compared to all other teams above them. Some interesting team news. Now, Jofra Archer, ruled out. Big blow for Mumbai, even though he hadn't been in great form this IPL. So now Chris Jordan has been announced as his replacement. They also have Behrendorff. Now, what is interesting is Behrendorff, his form hasn't been great. I showed you the numbers in the last time that these two teams played. He didn't have a very good game. Chris Jordan, some might think that, listen, he's just been announced the replacement today. How is it that he can come in? That's because he may have been announced officially as a replacement today, but Jordan has been with the team for some time. For the last few days, in fact has been practicing with the team for the last few days, so don't be surprised if he makes a debut for Mumbai Indians straight away in this encounter. That could happen. Tilak Verma, the standout performer, got 84 in the last game these two teams played. He missed out the last game. We still don't know his injury status, and the reason he missed out last time, is he available or not, is still something which is not certain. So Mumbai Indians would definitely want him back into the team because he's going to be crucial for them as he has been throughout this season. And then Mumbai have won 4 out of their 6 matches while chasing this IPL. Remember that game that they lost to RCB? On that occasion, Mumbai were batting first. Since then, every time they've been chasing, they have done rather well. Just a reminder that just like the Bangalore game on a high-scoring ground, even Wankhede is a high-scoring ground. So expect a high-scoring encounter. Expect the team that is going to be chasing to do well. And if Mumbai were to chase, then you could say that they'll have the advantage simply because of the stats that we saw. Either teams, I think, even though slowly we are seeing the trend change, teams winning the toss are deciding to bat first because the pitches are becoming sluggish. I still have a feeling at the Wankhede high-scoring ground, both teams would want to chase. So chasing might be the way to go for both Royal Challengers Bangalore and the Mumbai Indians. They'd be looking to do that. One other thing you really need to watch out for is the form of Rohit Sharma. In fact, both these gentlemen have been in the news. Rohit Sharma, of course, hasn't had a great IPL, so eyes are on him. Of course, this is the World Cup year. You're going to play the WTC final as well. Different format, all right. But people want Rohit Sharma to get back into form. No better occasion than a game against the RCB for him to get back into form, because otherwise his IPL has been the one to forget. Virat Kohli, on the other hand, also in the news. He's been getting a lot of runs, but was in the news earlier because of the fracas that followed in that game versus Lucknow. And then after that, the other game that he played versus Delhi right before this, a lot of debate about his strike rate, whether that cost his team or not. So plenty to prove for both these gentlemen as they take on to the field in this game. So a very exciting encounter. I'm looking forward to it. I hope all these interesting stats and factoid that we brought to you will help you understand which team then holds the edge in this very crucial encounter. For the moment, that's all that I have for you, but don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today, and we'll be live once again, as I said, at 6:55 with our preview to this particular encounter.